2 times and 2 times. That means this one is a winner. Today we are going to do $50 worth of this 250,000 50 times cash word. This is a crossword puzzle one here, and we've got ticket 4 through ticket 8. Let's check out some of the prizes here. This one, the overall odds are 1 in 3.56, and top prizes are 1 in 2,208,000. It is a little high. However, this one, I believe, has 10 of the top prizes and only 1 has been claimed. So could we get a claimer? Who knows? We can definitely find out. Prizes range from 10, 20, 30, 50, 80, 100, 200, 500, 1,000, 10,000, and 250,000. To get a claimer, we would have to get these top 3 prizes. But honestly, I'm good with any win. So let's see what we've got to work with, starting with card number 4. And I'm going to zoom in here for us and just kind of, I like to start with the multipliers because I know if I got a multiplier, I have a win. 50 times and 2 times. Very close. So close in numbers, but not quite. Also, little Miss Karina here, my 1.5-year-old, is watching Sesame Street in the background, so enjoy some Sesame Street. Let's see, UNJ, UNJ. Y'all let me know if I miss anything. UNJ. UNJ. I could definitely see myself missing something on here, so I'm going to need y'all to help me out here. UJ. We only got 1 J in here. So on this, was it both of these, I believe? Yes, on game 1 and game 2, you need to get at least 2 words to win $10. And then, of course, the more you get, the higher prize amount. And then with game 3, you need to get two words as well. Let's see the next letters. Here's it's actually C and M. C and M. Got an M right here. Got an M right here. C right here. Got an M. M. Quite a few C's right here. I feel like sometimes these ones, they like trick you. You look like you're about to get a bunch of words and all you need is an R. And then at the very end, you get a Z. So, you know, it is what it is, but we'll see what we walk away with today. C and M, C and M. C. And I think that's everything. Y'all let me know if I missed something. V and T. 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 Do we have any V here? Another T. 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 V and T. T. V and T. Good amount of T's here. I see a V. Did I miss any, guys? Y'all let me know. I will scan it just to be sure. Q and I. Seriously, Q? Like, where are we gonna? Okay, anyways. Q and I. Got an I. That's it for that one. I. Now I've seen people do it where they like scratch out everything, and if a certain word doesn't have like you don't have that letter, then you just ignore that word. But I feel like I don't have enough brain capacity. Remember, I'm 7.5 months pregnant right now, and pregnancy brain is a real thing. And I like just honestly don't think I'd be able to do that. And I would just mess it up, I feel like. So we're going to stick to the old school way of doing this, where I scratch every single thing and get a hand cramp in the middle of it. Oh, there's the, the Z there, Z and S. Thankfully, I know we have a word with a Z in it, zoo, up at the top. So S is a great letter to have, though. There's so many words that have S. Z and S, Z and S. Z and S. I think the one at the top is the only one that has a Z. There's our Z right there. I feel like I'd rather have the Z in the middle of the word board than like at the very end. Because I feel like when it's already at the very end, it's like a haha, got you. Like you don't win anything. So at least it's kind of in the middle. Gives me a little bit of hope that maybe this is a winner. We'll see though. L and Y. L. And I feel like L and Y are pretty decent too for this one. I feel like there's quite a bit of L's and quite a bit of Y's. Okay. Y. I need a little bit more vowels though. L. L. Y. I know I'm kind of going all over the place, guys. I'm sorry. I just am trying to grab them when I see them. L. L and Y. 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 Any more L's? Nope, I don't think so. OB. Oh, I feel like there's a lot of O's in here. No, Karina, she's trying to turn the camera. Mommy's trying to film right now, girl. Yeah. Okay. O and B. O. 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 Just need an E to get that one right there. O and B. O. Oh, trying to get a little film. Oh. Daddy to the rescue on that one. Yeah, O and B. I see any B's in here? Am I tripping? B. Oop, we got zoo. We got one word up here so far. O and B. B. If we get an E, we'll be pretty set, I think. We need some vowels, like I said. Well, we did get an O right now. Okay, I think we're good. Let's see what we get next. N and P. N and P. P. Okay, so we got one word down here. We got symptom. N and P. So we just need one more word here to get our $10. N, P, N, P. N, P. And let's see here. P, I love it whenever we have like double the letters because it's like, okay, we're like nearly halfway through with that word. And E. Alrighty. GD. Do we need, oh, we got a G. Come on, give me an E. If we get an E in one of these last two ones, I think we will be pretty golden. G, D, no D's. D, 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 G, G. Yeah, we're literally screaming, there's so many G's right there. I can hear it. I would do the same thing. D. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? Okay, last two letters. Oh, let's see. Did we get an E? No, we got an X. Of course, we got an X. Seriously? I don't think that this one's going to be a winner, but we will scan and find out. X and F. And see, it'll do that to you where you get like one word and you're like, okay, I got a word. I for sure am going to win. And then you don't get anything else. And you're like, seriously? That's just kind of mean at that point. Like, at that point, just don't give me anything. I don't believe that was a winner. We will scan to find out. And it's not a winner. All right, let's try the next one. Ticket number 5. Okay. Start with those multipliers again. If we get the multiplier, that means we automatically have won. 2 and 3. Hey, that's closer than the 2 and 50 times, but you know, not a win. Let's see what we got. Let's see if I can figure this out the way the other people do it. See, it ends in a V. It makes me feel like this is not going to be a winner. And there's like, let's see. Okay, so we have, let's see, lag. Do we have an L? We have an L. We have an A. We do not have a G anywhere, so that one's no good. Ledge, we don't have a G, so that one's out. Glossy, we don't have a G. Washing, we don't have a G. Wig, we don't have a G. Guy, we don't have a G. June, J-U, we don't have an N, so that one's not it. We don't have an N for engine. Admit, A-D-M-I-T. We have admit, but I think that's the only word from down here that we have. So that's not a winner. Hey, this is actually kind of easy. Okay, yes, I can do this. I definitely can. But just remember, I'm going to have to go back and check everything every single time. Okay. Loyalty. We have an L. We do not have an O. So nope to that one. No to that one. Let me just go down. Okay, so we know we don't have O's. We have an L, we have an A, we have an N, but we don't have G's, so that one's not one. A, I, no R. There's no R's, so that's not going to work. Yesterday has an R. Lady, L-A-D-Y. We do have L-A-D-Y for lady. Okay, let's come down more. Entity, E. We don't have any E's. Okay, wow, so no E's. So that takes out this one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. R-A-N? I don't think we have any R's. That one. A-N-D? A-N-D-A? No N. I think that's the only word we would have gotten from that one. And the last one. No R's, no R's, no E's. So that wouldn't work. No E's. I, no R's. I, no N's. That wouldn't work. F, A, B, U, L, no O's. So that wouldn't work. No O's, no O's, no O's, no R's. Nope. SIP. We would have gotten SIP, guys. We would have gotten SIP. So it looks like on each of these, we would have literally just gotten one word for each. Let's scan and confirm. That's right, Karina. And we were right. No winner. All right. So my husband says he thinks number 6 is going to be a winner. We shall see. And just to also let y'all know, this one, number 5, had that little white line that people are like, oh, if it has a white line, it's going to win. Not always. I've actually done plenty of them that have white lines and they don't give me anything. So with that said, don't trust that. Let's start with the multiplier. 2 and 3. Bummer. It would be cool to get a multiplier because then you know you're going to win. And that one I would take my time scratching off and figuring out what we won. And this one is also giving us the X and the Z and a V to end with. But who knows? And you got a pesky Q in there. At least you got a QU. So you know that for most of those Q words, you'll be able to get them. Okay, let's start here at the bottom. We know we have a QU. Do we have an I? We do. We have a C. Do we have a K? Oh, we do not have a K. Okay, do we have a T? We do have a T. We have a W. We do not have an E. That's going to eliminate lots of words. So this one is a no. This one is a no. We have a W. Do you have an A? We do have an A. We do have an L. We do not have an N. So walnut's not going to work. Neptune's not going to work. Y. We do have a Y. We do not have an O. So that's not going to work either. L. Got an L. We got an A. We got a P. Yeah, that's right. We don't have any E, so that one wouldn't work. Cat. C-A-T. We got cat, guys. We have cat. But we don't have pen because we don't have an E. So once again, we're stuck with one word on this one. Okay. We have an R. We don't have an E. Remember that. Don't have an E. G-A-P. We don't have a G. We don't have a G for sunlight or for negate. What about aid? We don't have an E. We don't have an E for below, dilemma, or interfere. And let's go down just to make sure. Regions, we don't have an R. D-I-P, we do have dip. Menu, we don't have an E. Don't have an E for spell. Frog, F-R. We don't have an O. That's right. Stampede, there's lots of E's in there. We don't have that. Hydro, we don't have an O. Life, we don't have an E. Wage, we don't have an E. Age, we don't have an E. Lion, we don't have an N. So we got one word again in this middle one. And then in the top, let's see, we don't have an O. We don't have an E for puppet. We don't have an O for troop, an E for delta, E for bean. We don't have an N for and. We don't have an O for algorithm. We don't have a G for king, N for akin. We don't have E for tea. We don't have E for roasted. Okay, going down, we don't have an O for undo, E for text, O, 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 E, O, and we got the word paid. Marker, we don't have R's. Okay, I think it looks like, again, we got one word for each of those. Let's double check and make sure. And not a winner. Bummer. Okay, we got 2 more of these. So let's see if we can get something with one of these. Start with this multiplier. 2 times and 2 times. That means this one is a winner. Number 7. Lucky number 7. Let's figure out how much we won. We won 2 times at least, so we know we're at least going to be getting 20 bucks. And what do you know? Check this out. We got a Q, we got an X, we got a Z. All of the things that are like difficult words to make. So we know we at least got 20 bucks, guys. At least got 20 bucks. And potentially could get 100 if we win $50. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Refuel. Do we have an R? We do not have an R. Cake. We have a C. We have an A. We have a K and we have an E. So we have cake right here. Circle. We do not have an R. So circle wouldn't work. Petty. That's how I was going to be if I didn't win anything. We don't have T's, so it's not right there. That's all the words going down. Let's go across. It's not recycle. Carrot. Use. U-S-E. There we go. So we've got $10 that won on this one times 2 makes that $20 so far. Let's see if we got anything else. Carrot. Elk. E. No L. There is a K. And no L for leg. All right, so we know for sure we got 20 bucks. Let's take a look at the next bigger one. Going down, we have no R for variety, no R for panorama, P-I-T, no I's for that one, small. We have an S, we have an M, and there's no L's. Just remember that. No R for art. O, we do not have any O's. Okay. And let's keep going here. Shade. We have an S, H, A, no D. So no D for shade. Mirror, and we don't have an R. Honor, we don't have an R. Clay, C. We don't have L's, that's right. And we don't have L's for levy as well. Let's go across. No R for paradigm. A-U-T-O. We've got A, U, no T's. All right. Saline, no L's. Attach, we don't have any T's. Cardboard, we don't have any R's. Via, V, we don't have any I's. Over, we don't have any R's. Yonder, we don't have any R's. So I don't think there's anything on the second one. And let's check out this one. No T's for a test. No L for nail. Why did I say it like that? No T for monotone. A-R-M. A. No R's. That's right. No R's. No R for ready. No O's for to or T. No O's for obvious. No L's for lash. No O's for some. No I's for pie. And no T for teeth. Let's go down. No R's for armada. We got no O's for showroom. No O's for yoga. No O's for anonymous. Do we have excess? E. We do have E, X, C, E, and S. We do have excess. Could we potentially have another winner up here? Let's see. Do we have hot? We don't have O for hot. Valet, we don't have an L. Else, we don't have an L. Deep, we don't have a D. Matte, we don't have a T. Okay, I don't think that this one won up here at the top, but we know for sure we won 20 bucks. Let's scan and find out. And we did. We won $20. All right. At least we knew that we got one winner out of these 5. All right. And it's a $20 winner too. At least we didn't win just $10 back. All right. Last card. Card number 8. Let's start with that multiplier. 50 times 55. Okay, 2 times. And 10 times. Hey, 10 times would have been pretty awesome. We know for sure we would at least win 100 bucks. Okay, let's start again. I like this method of just doing it. And there goes that pesky little Z. And an X. It ends with a Z and an X. I'm not very hopeful for this one, but who knows? We will find out. Okay, let's start with factory here. We have an F. We do not have an A, so no A's for factory. Rain. Do we have an R? We do have an R. Do we have an E? We do not have an E, so no E's and no A's. And so no E for nugget, no E for hype, no E or A for avenue. GUY, guy. GUY, we do have guy. We don't have an E for toe, E for yes, or E for ounce. So it looks like we just got one word on that one there. Let's start here at scallop. We don't have an A. Epic, we don't have an E. Quiche, I was about to say quiche. We don't have an E. Mess, we don't have an E. Topic, TOPIC, no P. So no P for topic. And let's see here. No P for hip then. Internal, we don't have an A or an E. Move, we don't have an E. Toward, we don't have an A. Nat, we don't have an A. Let, we don't have an E. Mix, MIX. MIX, we have mix. And it's with an X, so that's kind of cool. Silo, S, we do not have an S. Circus, we don't have an S. Thematic, we don't have an E or an A. Line, we don't have an E. Phenomena, we don't have an E or an A. Mitts, we don't have an S. And spill, we don't have an S. So it looks like this one's also just a one-worder. Use, we don't have an S. Dairy, we don't have an A. No A. No A. No A. Town, TO. No W for town. No A. No A. No E's. No E. So I think that was that one. No A. No A. No A. INTO. INTO. We do have the word into. Axis, we don't have an A. E. A. E. So I think this is also just a one worder. Let's scan and double check. And it's not a winner. So out of our 5 tickets, ranging from 4 to 8, we did have the one winner with the 2X here, winning us $20. And this was ticket number 7. Thank y'all so much for watching. Today we checked out the 250,000 Cashword 50X scratch off for $10 in the Texas lottery. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye-bye.